Hello and welcome to my channel. It has been a good 4 years since I posted anything on this channel, and really until recently anything online in general, but I am back. Chances are, if you're seeing this, it is because you have been subscribed to me already and I'm showing up in your subscription feed. But if you're new, I will go ahead and introduce myself and kind of explain who I am and where I've been for the last couple of years. So my name is Casey Miller, or Dr. Miller. I am an OBGYN physician, and from 2015 to 2020, I was posting videos on YouTube all about my experiences as a medical student and particularly as a Caribbean medical student. I mostly shared tips for future and current Caribbean medical students. So I posted those videos up until 2020, which was the year that I matched into OBGYN. And I think that my last video was probably sometime around March or April of 2020, where I talked about how I had matched into OBGYN. Then I disappeared from the internet after 2020 because residency was a lot and I just did not have the energy, the time, or the capacity to create any type of content really. I mainly was just trying to survive residency while maintaining my friendships and my other relationships in my life and studying. So fast forward to now, I just graduated from residency. We are done. We have more free time on our hands, and I thought that I'd just come pop in here and say hi to the people who used to watch my videos and kind of catch you up and explain what I plan to do with this channel in the future. Okay, so let's catch up with interval events. In May 2020, I drove my car and all my belongings down to Chicago, Illinois, and I started residency on July 1st, 2020 at Mercy Hospital in Chicago. If any of you are native to the Chicago area, you may have heard that Mercy Hospital shut down, and that did happen. So we found out, all of the residents in both my program and the other programs at the hospital found out by the end of summer 2020 that Mercy Hospital as an institution, not just the residency programs, but the entire hospital as a whole, was going to be closing, and all the residents were going to have to transfer out. And although it was a very stressful period of time in my life, myself and all the other residents were successfully, able to transfer out to other programs. So I ended up interviewing at a couple different places, both in Chicago and outside of Chicago, and I ended up transferring out to a program in Loma Linda, at Loma Linda Hospital, and that is where I spent the last 3.5 years completing my OBGYN residency. In terms of updates since I've been away, probably the most significant is that I got married. I got married this past February, and planning and coordinating a wedding between two people who are long distance in a city that neither of you live in was very challenging during residency, but we managed to do it, and it was a fantastic day, and it was very small, which is probably what made it manageable. So that is one thing. And since graduating, I spent the summer traveling, which was amazing. I was able to go visit my family and friends in various locations, which was great, and I've just been enjoying acclimating to life outside of residency and exploring my hobbies and things that I'm interested in that I just didn't really have the time for over the past 4 years. For anyone currently in residency, you'll know that every year you will have to take a in-service exam, which just kind of tests you on the knowledge relevant to your specialty every year. So obviously I had to do that for the past 4 years, and all of that leads up to taking the formal written specialty exam, which was the ABOG. So I took that in July, and that is done and out of the way. And other than that, I don't really have any other major life updates. I feel like the major update is that I finished residency. That's kind of what my whole life was revolving around for the past 4 years. So the fact that I'm done is just amazing and so liberating and so exciting. I can't even believe I made it. So now I will jump into a little bit about where I'm at now and what I plan to do in the future for work, and then also this channel. So my husband and I are actually going to be moving to New York in the new year that's just kind of gonna be the place we decided that's gonna work for the both of us, because we both work in 2 different industries. And so I did not sign a long-term contract anywhere. I'm actually working per diem where I trained in Loma Linda. And per diem basically just means that I give them the dates and the times that I'm available to work, and they put me on their schedule where they need extra help. So the current schedule that I have worked out is that I'm working 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. And during that time, I'm covering labor and delivery and GYN call with a little bit of clinic sprinkled in between. So for the 2 weeks that I'm working, I'm basically taking call, Q3, 24-hour call, and then like on a day off, I'll take a half-day clinic or something like that. And then when I'm not working, I fly back to live with my husband in Chicago. So we're like almost bi-coastal. So that's where I've been. This is where I am now. As far as the future goes, like I said, planning to move to New York. That's kind of from a professional standpoint where I'm gonna be. So making videos in the past was obviously a creative outlet for me, and I really did enjoy doing that. And I also enjoyed being able to help other people who were just a couple steps behind me. I think that something that has become really interesting to me that I've had a lot of interest in over the past 4 years of residency is med ed, essentially. I've always really loved to teach medical students who are rotating through our services, as well as just, the junior residents that you end up teaching along the way as you become more senior in residency. So I've had the opportunity to work with some amazing attendings and have had some really great mentors along the way. And I feel like there were a lot of times in residency where I learned things that I just felt like, man, this would be so helpful if everyone knew this. So I've kind of decided that this channel is just going to be a place where I share those things that I've learned along the way, surviving residency, and ultimately graduating. So if you follow me on Instagram already, you will have seen that I've started to put out some of those resources. Basically, I've started to compile my templates that I've used throughout residency and that I still use now as an attending, and have made those available with the generic version and the Epic preset version. If you're interested in those, I will put the link in the box down below. I have the templates for my postpartum vaginal delivery and C-section rounding notes, as well as my vaginal delivery procedure note. So I think that gets us up to speed. This is where I'm at now. I'm done residency. I'm very happy to be done, hoping to be able to give back a little and provide some useful resources for students thinking of going into OBGYN, as well as residents who are currently surviving residency. For those of you who have stuck around from the beginning, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all are doing very well. Have a great week, and I will see you in the next video.